Hey there, curious kids. Welcome back to Curious Kids HQ, where we take you on amazing journeys through time, space, and everything in between. Today, we're traveling back in time to meet some of the most famous people in history. These are the people who changed the world in big ways, and we're counting down the top 10 most famous historical figures. Ready? Let's go! All right, curious kids. Let's travel through time and meet 10 amazing people who made a huge impact on history. These are the people who left their mark on the world in the most incredible ways. Here we go. Figure 1. Albert Einstein. Let's start with one of the smartest people to ever live, Albert Einstein. He was a brilliant scientist who came up with the theory of relativity, which changed how we understand time, space, and gravity. He even won a Nobel Prize for his work in physics. Einstein's wild hair and genius brain made him a true legend. Figure 2. Cleopatra. Next, we're heading to ancient Egypt to meet Cleopatra, the last pharaoh of Egypt. Cleopatra was not only a powerful queen, but she was also known for her intelligence and her ability to speak multiple languages. She ruled Egypt over 2,000 years ago and became one of the most famous women in history. Figure 3. Leonardo da Vinci. Let's hop over to Italy and meet the ultimate Renaissance man, Leonardo da Vinci. He was a painter, inventor, scientist, and more. You probably know him best for painting the Mona Lisa, one of the most famous artworks in the world. But did you know that he also sketched designs for flying machines long before airplanes were invented? Leonardo's curiosity knew no bounds. Figure 4. Amelia Earhart. Now let's fly over to the early 20th century to meet Amelia Earhart, the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean. Amelia was a pioneer in aviation, and she inspired many people, especially young girls, to chase their dreams, no matter how impossible they seemed. Although she mysteriously disappeared while trying to fly around the world, her adventurous spirit lives on. Figure 5. Mahatma Gandhi. Next, we're heading to India to meet Mahatma Gandhi, one of the greatest leaders of all time. Gandhi believed in peaceful protests and used non-violence to fight for India's independence from British rule. He showed the world that change can happen through peaceful actions, and he became a symbol of peace and justice for people everywhere. Figure 6. Martin Luther King Jr. Speaking of peaceful change, let's meet Martin Luther King Jr., one of the most important leaders in American history. Dr. King fought for civil rights and equality for all people, no matter their skin color. His famous "I Have a Dream" speech inspired millions, and his work helped bring about major changes in the fight against racism. Figure 7. Joan of Arc. Now let's go way back to the Middle Ages and meet Joan of Arc, a young French girl who became a warrior and a hero. Joan believed she was chosen by God to lead France to victory in a war against England. Even though she was only a teenager, she led armies into battle and became a symbol of bravery and courage. Figure 8. William Shakespeare. Next, we're off to England to meet one of the greatest writers in history, William Shakespeare. He wrote some of the most famous plays and poems ever, like Romeo and Juliet, Hamlet, and Macbeth. Shakespeare's words have been performed and loved for over 400 years, and his influence on literature and language is still huge today. Figure 9. Abraham Lincoln. Now let's meet Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. He's best known for leading the country through the Civil War and working to end slavery. Lincoln's famous Gettysburg Address speech is one of the most important in American history, and his leadership helped shape the country as we know it today. Figure 10. Marie Curie. And finally, let's meet Marie Curie, a brilliant scientist who changed the world of science forever. Marie Curie discovered radium and polonium, and she was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize, and she won too. Her work in radioactivity paved the way for modern medicine and helped save countless lives. Wow! These historical figures were truly amazing, weren't they? From scientists and inventors to leaders and artists, these people shaped the world in ways that still affect us today. They're proof that one person really can make a huge difference. Thanks for traveling through time with us today, curious kids. If you loved learning about these famous historical figures, Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to Curious Kids HQ, and hit that bell so you never miss an adventure. Which historical figure would you like to learn more about? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring history.